There is only one holiday people think of when considering their favorite characters to dress up as. It's Halloween. We celebrate Halloween every single year. We might plan for weeks on end for our costumes, and we visit special stores that only sell Halloween products every fall season. But most importantly, we fill those pillowcases with insane amounts of candy. My name is David Penta, and you're watching 5-Minute Flashback. We recognize Halloween for what it is today, a time for dressing up and all that candy collecting goodness. But that's not exactly how the tradition started. It is commonly believed that Halloween started as a Celtic festival called Samhain, meant to celebrate the end of the harvest season. With winter coming rather soon, the Celtic people wanted to appease their gods in return for protection on their crops and families for those cold temperatures. So this whole festival was their way of ensuring that things would go smoothly in those next few harsh winter months. The Celts believed that during their festival, spirits would roam their land, and so, in an effort to distinguish themselves from the spirits around, they wore costumes. To promote peace between spirits and humans, the Celtic people would leave treats out, which might sound familiar to some of us who celebrate Halloween today. It would be a shame if you were to forget your mask at home, because then all your friends would just try to banish you from the festival. Wearing costumes solved this problem, and wearing costumes is still a staple every year in Halloween celebrations today. But what about those other staples, like those scary jack-o'-lanterns? Were jack-o'-lanterns simply another way the Celtic people scared off those evil spirits? Well, yes and no. You see, jack-o'-lanterns were actually born off of Irish myth based on the legend of Stingy Jack. While many interpretations exist on the story of Stingy Jack, the most common elements of this story include Stingy Jack, of course, the devil, and his trickery. The story goes that Stingy Jack invited the devil for drinks, as you do. Stingy Jack, however, didn't want to pay for his drinks and had tricked the devil to turn himself into a coin so that he can be used to pay. But Stingy Jack, being the trickster that he was, actually just kept the coin for himself. Stingy Jack would once again trick the devil by telling him to grab some fruit atop a tree. And once he did, Stingy Jack carved a cross into the base of this tree, preventing the devil from getting back down. Jack offered to let his hostage go, but under one condition. When he died, he couldn't go to hell. Eager to be free, the devil agreed to those concessions. As Stingy Jack was a human and not an eternal being, he did finally pass away, and being the trickster fellow he was, God himself refused to let Jack enter heaven. Due to his agreement with the devil, this also meant he couldn't enter hell either. The devil decided to hand Stingy Jack some coal to light his path, and to make himself a lantern, Stingy Jack put his lit coal inside of a turnip to forge his handmade light source. The land of the living would see Jack roam in rare sightings, holding his lantern, giving him the nickname Jack of the Lantern, or Jack-o'-lantern as it was later shortened. Cultures started lighting their own jack-o'-lanterns to scare away Stingy Jack, as he was now considered an evil spirit. Maybe this Halloween we'll get our very own sightings of Stingy Jack, so don't forget to carve your pumpkins. What about the best part of Halloween, the candy and trick-or-treating? You see, there's actually quite a lot of speculation regarding the origins of trick-or-treating, with many cultures around the world having their own origins for how this became such a normal part of the Halloween holiday. The most popular theory is that the Celts, after leaving their treats for those potential evil spirits, would see their own candy just sitting there for the taking, and since the candy was reserved for those spirits, they decided to dress up as spirits themselves so that they could earn the candy. If you think about it, it actually kind of makes some sense, and somebody's got to eat that candy. The phrase trick-or-treat originated from the mischievous youth going around and pranking those around them. It became a pretty popular thing to do in the early 1920s when children would ask their locals trick-or-treat. They really meant, if you give us a treat, we won't play a trick on you. In America, trick-or-treating became normal Halloween practice when immigrants from Ireland and Scotland celebrated the Halloween holiday on American soil. With that came the rise of trick-or-treating, and thus the traditions and phrases associated with the holiday. Halloween is still a huge part of culture. We still dress up, we still play pranks every now and again, and we still take home boatloads of candy every year. And that's all for today's history lesson. What is your favorite part about Halloween? Is it the candy, the costumes, or even playing those dirty pranks? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.